Hello and welcome back to Jambar in 10. I'm Scott Chiddock.
And I'm Matt Sottler. YSU students in the Williamson College of Business Administration and Bitonte College of Health and Human Services should expect change in leadership. Currently, there are no permanent deans for either college. Instead, both are led by interim deans. Former Dean of WCBA, Betty Jo Licata, is filling in as interim dean. She retired from YSU in 2021.
Well, when Provost Pintar called and asked if I would consider coming back for a year as the interim dean, I was more than happy to come back and do whatever I could to help the college continue to move forward.
Both interim deans were asked by the provost to assume the roles. Bitonte College is being led by previous Associate Dean Sarah Mickelson.
My assumption would be no more than a year, probably. They'll probably post the position. I don't know when.
The search for a new WCBA dean is on hold until the associate provost position is filled. But the Bitonte College dean position is moving through human resources and expected to be posted soon.
There's a lot of great artwork around the city of Youngstown made by YSU students. Jambar reporter Cyan Ellis gives us a tour.
Artists dream of having their work seen by thousands of people. For Jamie Beasley, that happens every day. For a class project, Beasley works on a mural for Trek Coffee House.
So Dragna was one of my first teachers here, and with that, she runs the mural painting, and she was willing to let me do the class ahead of time, which ended up pushing me to want to do mural painting for one of my main careers.
Beasley brainstorms with the people who commission the art to create concepts for the murals.
With companies, what they tend to do is describe what they as a company want, but with the Trek mural, we actually had some people in the community also join us with pitching and brainstorming ideas, and then asking what they want as well.
He is now working on his second mural for the Purple Cat.
With the Purple Cat mural, I ended up having a lot more artistic freedom with it because of how long I've worked with the company.
Beasley says he is grateful for the public support that he has received.
There's a lot of happiness in the community that comes from the fact that there's murals now, that there's public displays of art, and when you're working on the mural, you tend to have people like honk, say hi, say how much they love it, and it's really a great feeling. Having people who actually truly appreciate the art is a great feeling because we tend to not get that as much outside of our own communities.
For YSU student Dejanay Oliver, a project for graphic services stretched her artistic wings.
The ones that I didn't pass were chalk murals, which I never did before, but they were just like for events, and so I want to get more into that.
Reporting for the Jambar, Cyan Ellis.
Members of Hill, Barth & King LLC's Cannabis Industry Solutions Department held a seminar from 4 to 5 p.m. on October 23rd, hosted by the Williamson College of Business Administration. HBK CPAs and consultants have added a Cannabis Solutions Department, which helps cannabis companies navigate several accounting and financing tasks, as well as learning how to navigate Internal Revenue Code Section 280E imposed by the IRS. Regional Director of Cannabis Solutions and a YSU alumnus, Eric Grishow, maintains Youngstown's cannabis industries. He said the only tax deduction marijuana-related businesses can conduct is the direct cost of goods sold. For more information on HBK and cannabis, visit hbkcpa.com. Let's kick it over to Josh Robinson with our weekly arts and entertainment update.
YSU hosted the 13th annual Well Fest Live Well, Be Well in the Recreational Center last week to give nursing students the opportunity to share wellness and mental health topics. Jambar contributor Nicholas Bianco has more on the story.
YSU hosted the 13th annual Well Fest Live Well, Be Well in the Recreational Center last week to give nursing students the opportunity to share wellness and mental health topics. Students and community members who attended the event were provided with resources that could benefit their own physical and mental health. Nursing students discussed health promotion and wellness topics that are directed to college students, such as breast cancer prevention, human trafficking awareness, and effects of vaping. YSU Assistant Director of Fitness, Dina Fabry, said mental health, cancer, and high cholesterol prevention were the biggest topics discussed at WellFest.
It might not necessarily be topics that students think about initially, but it's always good to provide those resources so you know how to handle things later on in life.
Fabry said on and off campus vendors were invited to WellFest to promote wellness, mental health, and fitness to students and community members.
They provide more resources on, again, those main topics of wellness, fitness, and mental health. So it's not just on-campus resources. We do provide them resources for off-campus too in the community.
YSU community liaison Mason Edmonds said WellFest partners with the School of Nursing to bring outside support systems to YSU to promote messages of mental health.
It's really trying to spread the mental health message and mental wellness across campus, and I think this event really champions that.
YSU students can prioritize the Wellness Resource Center, which promotes healthy lifestyle choices both physically and mentally. For Jambar 10, I'm Nicholas Mieko.
Before becoming a history professor at YSU, Brian Bonham was a member of the British pop band Roman Holiday. Formed in November of 1980, Roman Holiday scored 2 UK hits in 1983 with Don't Try to Stop It and Motor Mania. Following the hits, the band toured England and the US, opening for Culture Club and Stray Cats.
I particularly fondly remember the first 2 gigs we did in the States. This was the first time I'd ever been to the States. I guess it was also in 1983. And we played 2 nights at a place called the Ritz in New York City. And I mean, that was just, the fantasy come true.
Roman Holiday released 2 albums over 5 years before splitting in 1985. Following his departure from music, Bonham earned his PhD in Russian history, and he has taught history at YSU since 2004. Safe sex resources are available not only locally, but also on YSU's campus. Jambar contributors Reagan Hilton and Sydney Fairbanks took a look at the options.
With YSU being made up of over 12,000 students, many feel that it is important to have resources available for students to practice safe sex. SGA Vice President Sophie Myers spoke about resources that students can access on campus.
I know that in the library and some of the dorm areas, they have free condoms available all the time. There's a group on campus called Pro-Choice Penguins, and they have a lot of safe sex materials, condoms, things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then around Valentine's Day, SGA in the past few years, we've done an event called Safe Sex Week.
Myers also mentioned Pro-Choice Penguins offering information packets or pamphlets to stay educated on how to practice safe sex. In addition to these resources, Joy Tang, Associate Professor of Psychology, said it could benefit anyone to look at sex in broader terms.
We should think about it beyond the act itself. Maybe we should think about the relationship partner. Are we choosing perhaps safe partners to partner with in order to have these intimate relationships with? Maybe we can think about communication with our partner so that we can make preventative measures, take preventative measures before the act so that we can make the best choice in the moment.
SGA also has an initiative called Aunt Flo, which provides free menstrual products in the women's restrooms. To learn more, make sure to check out the Jambar, which is on stands every Thursday.
For all the streetwear and sneaker lovers in the Mahoning Valley, downtown Youngstown invites you to Youngstown Kicks. The sneaker store opened last November and is owned and operated by 23-year-old Andrew Murphy. Murphy said his store seeks to sell style and not only a trend. Though he runs the store himself, Murphy said it still takes a team.
I'm very grateful to have as many supportive people that I do have to come in and help with certain aspects of the whole project.
The store is located on 23 West Boardman Street and is open Tuesdays to Saturdays from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's all I have to say. Let's take it back to Matt and Scott.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jambar in 10. I'm Matt Scottler.
And I'm Scott Shiddock.
And we'll see you next week.